Hello students and welcome back to the class. In this session we are going to continue the same chapter which we have studied in the previous session. In the previous session we have studied about time. I taught you about time, and what is the time? Can you tell me? Okay, time is what we measure in minutes, hours, days and years. What is the time? Time is what we measure in minutes, hours, days and years. It is used to talk about a specific point in the day which can be stated in hours and minutes, as already I have shown you in the clock. No, I made a clock and I have shown you. And in the previous session we have arranged the story also, no? Yes. So that story only I am going to tell you. So maybe you would have heard about this story, and the story is The Fox and the Crane. Yes. In a big forest there was a big pond. Okay, and flock of cranes lived in a pond. All the cranes lived on the fishes in the pond and spent their lives happily. In the same forest, there lived a fox. So the fox also visited to the pond and used to catch fishes. There lived a crane also, okay, and slowly this crane started helping the fox and they became friends. And they started spending their time together, chatting, playing, eating, this way. One day, Fox said to Crane that you have helped me in many ways, in many occasions you helped me, and I would like to invite you for dinner. So on Sunday you come to my home for dinner. Then the crane says, yes, of course, sure, I will come. And on Sunday, what happens? The crane dressed up and with the grapes left to the fox house. There what happened, you know? There, fox was waiting for the crane, and when he reached his house, he welcomed him and said that I was waiting for you only, please come. So both of them were talking, okay, for some time, and then at the same time what happened? The smell of the soup which the fox has prepared, it has filled the place. So the crane could not resist himself. Fox, who has guessed this, he said, oh friend, it's time for dinner. So come, let's go and have dinner. And Crane said, yes, of course, we will have the dinner. Let's eat. I'm very hungry. Then you know what happened? Yes, the fox has poured the soup in the plates and he placed it on the table and said, friend, come and have your dinner. I have prepared your favorite grab soup. Let's go. Okay, and Crane, who was very eager to taste the soup, was shocked. Why he was shocked? Because the soup was placed in the plate. Fox started to enjoy the soup while Crane was puzzled. He could not drink the soup as it was on the plate. Fox says, wow, it's so yummy. And he asks to Crane, how is it? How is the taste? Crane, what Crane says? I have never tasted such a soup in my lifetime. Anyway, thanks for dinner, and he moves to his house without having dinner, with his empty stomach. And he reached home. He was very upset. Why he was very upset? Because of Fox's behavior. He was very much upset. Crane decided to teach a lesson to Fox and thought of a plan. Next day when the fox came, the Crane was very usual, very normal, and said, "Good morning, friend. I am very happy the way you treated me, and I want to treat you. Yes, I also want to treat you. So, can you join me tonight for dinner?" So he invites the fox for dinner. The fox says, "Sure, I will come." In the evening, Fox arrived at Crane's home. Crane welcomes him and said, "I am honored by your visit." So both of them chatted for some time. Crane had prepared the soup, and the smell of that soup has filled the place, and the fox was not able to control himself. You know what the Crane did? Yes, the Crane went inside and came with the soup in 2 long jars and placed them on the table. Crane said, then after he said, come my friend, we will have the dinner. I have prepared your favorite fish soup, and the soup is ready for dinner. Fox was shocked. Why the fox was shocked? Because the soup was placed in the jar, and he knew very well that he won't be able to have the soup, or he won't be able to drink the soup from the jar. When he saw the jar, he says, "You have served the soup in the jar, and how will I drink?" The aroma, means the smell, made me restless. Somehow I should manage to drink. He was excited for that, and he tried to drink from the jar. The moment he bent down, the jar stuck in his mouth. He tried to remove the jar, but he could not do it. He ran here and there, and finally the jar broke. Fox says, "Forgive me, my friend. From now I have learned the lesson. I will not play any tricks and will be a good friend." So in this way the story gets over. Please take page number 26, and here is the homework for you. Let's do another activity. Fill the years. Ask your parents to help you. The year in which you were born, the year in which you started going to school, the year in which you were in class 1, the year in which you were in class 2. Okay, so you have to take the help from your parents, and you can do it. In the above activity, you arranged the years in the correct order. That is, from the earliest to the last. When we arrange the events and the dates, when we arrange the events and the dates or the years in which those events happened in the correct order, we make a timeline. When we arrange the events and the dates or the years in which those events happened in the correct order, we make a timeline. And what does the timeline tells us? It tells us what happened and when. So here is one more activity. Joy has arranged the events of his life on a timeline. 13 January 2011, I was born. I celebrated my first birthday 13 January 2012. 2014, I started going to school. I met my best friend. 2015. 2018, we shifted to a new house. My parents gifted me a pet. 2019. So these all are arranged here, and you have to look at Joy's timeline and you have to answer few questions. Okay. So question number 1. How old is Joy now? How old is Joy now? Okay. In which year did Joy shift to his new house? In which year did Joy shift to his new house? Did Joy meet his best friend before or after he started going to school? When did Joy get a pet? So this Joy's timeline is your homework. Timelines are useful in arranging events and dates or years in correct order. Okay, timelines are useful in arranging events and dates or years in the correct order. Next comes the calendar. What is a calendar? Have you seen calendar? You must be having at home now? Yes. A calendar is a list of days. In a calendar, you can see the list of days. Okay. Weeks and months in a weeks and months of the year. Yes, you can see the list of days, weeks and months of a year. Days are divided into weeks. Okay. And weeks are grouped into months. Days are divided into weeks. Weeks are grouped into months. And months are grouped into year. Okay. So this way the full calendar is divided. You can see the picture that is given on page number 27. You can see the picture here, and you can see that Sundays and other days, okay, and other holidays are either, see, you can see here that these are marked in special color or marked differently. Okay, when you see the calendar, you see the holidays or if any festival is there or if any event is there, that is marked with different color. Why we use calendar? Can you tell me? We use calendar to plan our holidays. Without the help of the calendar, we will not come to know how many holidays we are having, and okay, and how many holidays we are having, and for how many days we have to go for our vacation or for our holidays. So calendar helps us to, yes, calendar helps us to plan. We can also mark important family events such as birthdays, weddings, anniversaries or on a calendar. You mark now your friend's birthday or wedding when the wedding is there at home. Okay. If any relatives, if any you have to go anywhere for the wedding ceremony, you mark that also. You mark the anniversaries of your parents or anyone of your relatives. So these can be marked on a calendar. School events as annual day, sports day and environment day. Okay. School events as annual day, sports day and environment day are given in your school diary. The events which takes place in the school, that is already marked in your school diary. You can also mark them on a calendar also. The events that are celebrated by all the people of a country, some events that are celebrated by all the people of our country, such events are called national events. Some events are celebrated by all the people of a country. Such events are called national events. And you can see here some national events are also given there which we celebrate. That is Republic Day, 26th January, National Science Day, 28th February, Ambedkar Jayanti, 14th April, Independence Day, 15th August, Teachers Day, 5th September, Gandhi Jayanti, 2nd October, Children's Day, 14th November. We can find most of these events, okay, we can find most of these events marked on the calendar. These all the events are marked on a calendar. So, calendar helps us to remember important family, school and national events. Here comes today's homework. And the homework is here. You have to do the activities. Two activities are given there on page number 26. So here's the homework. You have to do these both the activities and you can take the help of your parents.